Sarah Martins. You see, in life, there are certain people you don't go against. I mean, if you're a wicked person and you fall out with that person that, is repented, no longer in what you do, you better be careful, because that person, out of that exuberance, out of that, I am no longer who I am, they will spill a lot. They will say a lot. Both of you know each other. You've told that person secrets. You've plotted and you've done a lot of things. You've planted a lot of evil. You've done wicked things. And your strength and weakness, that person knows it. If you go against that person, if you try to attack that person, like Sarah Martins, she will expose you. YUL EDOCHIE and Judy Austin, they did their usual thing. They went to look for a company to help them print name on a t-shirt. And both of them decided to put this on their page, and they claim that they are into real estate, that they are realtors, and that they are into properties. They say they have properties in America, in UK, all over Africa, in Nigeria. They have it in Banana Island, they have everywhere. These are homeless people. These are people who could not even pay their rent in the southeast of Nigeria, in a place that is even cheaper. Now they've moved to Abuja. Abuja is expensive. Why? Because you have clusters of politicians and wannabe politicians like YUL EDOCHIE and many other people who are there to take from those politicians. We have business people. We have a lot of things happening in Abuja. YUL EDOCHIE moved in there. He said he is now a politician, and since politics is not working, after he sat in for the tribunal, that's the tribunal sitting between APC, PDP, and Labour Party. They gave him a paltry sum of, just a cheek feed. They gave him something, just something to fill his car, and that's it. He felt bitter. And now, plan B, real estate. He wants to sell what he does not have. He wants to sell what he cannot lay claim to. I do understand that anyone could come up with an idea, connect with some couple of people who have properties, and you register that company and begin to tell people that you have property to sell. Once they agree, you speak to your contact and you take them to the land or to the, structure, building, or whatever it is. That is how it rolls, and that's how it works. For people that are legit, for people who are really hustling, that is how it works. You could be a tenant. You might not even own a piece of land, and you end up selling property. You are more or less like a salesperson. That's what it is. And before you know it, you become big. That is how it works. For people who are diligent, for people who are focused, for people who are truthful, for people who are people that you can call people of integrity, people who also. But in the case of YUL EDOCHIE and Judy Austin, even though YUL EDOCHIE came up with this idea, according to Sarah Martins has reviewed a lot. According to her, she said YUL EDOCHIE came with this idea, but because Judy Austin needed to be, an handbag, she wanted to be inside of it, so it could appear like they are both in it together, like they both put energy into it together. All is in a bid to show May and to those that are gullible that she is also pressing, she's also achieving, she's also standing by the side of YUL EDOCHIE. Well, according to Sarah Martins, she put this on a page. She said that there are people who sell what they don't have, what they don't own. And we know what it means. She's simply talking about Judy Austin and YUL EDOCHIE. As you know, they blocked her even though some money were owed to her and they've not paid. And she, being a close friend, knows the economy of both of them, knows that there is nothing really working. Things are so bad, movies are not selling, and the world is just against them. Now that they've moved to Abuja, somewhere, No one is entertaining them. No one wants to associate with them. Everything is just bad, bad, bad. Everything is just terrible, terrible, terrible. Anyway, they came up with this simile real estate, simile properties, agent, contractors, building structures, selling. And I looked at it like, what is this simile? What? Why? How? I'm sure if YUL was still with May, she would never have accepted this simile of a thing. What is simile? I cannot put my fingers on it and, come up with something that looks, I can't just, I don't understand. I'm searching. I can't find it. This is local village. You are talking about international. You're talking about the United States. You're talking about UK, Europe. You're talking about the whole of the world. And you come up with this simile. What is this? You could not even come up with something that connects, even if it is in your native tongue. I'm not saying that you should not. You could have come up with something more realistic, something that appeals even in your native tongue. You could have done that. I'm not saying you should name it Spanish, Italian, or any of these languages. You could, you should be able to put it. But this guy came with his simile. His simile what? What nonsense is this? Well, that is what you get when you associate with a village champion. Anyway, Sarah Martins pointed out this part of YUL EDOCHIE's advert where he said, we have properties in UK, we have properties in America, we have properties in Nigeria. I don't know, maybe the property he's talking about in Nigeria is the one that the court asked him to partially forfeit for the children and May. I don't know, maybe Judy Austin, maybe a family or her parents have acres of land in their village inside of the forest where you will find antelopes and all of that. Maybe that's what they want to sell. I don't know. I don't know what she's really saying here. I still do not get it. Are you telling me that YUL EDOCHIE and Judy Austin, that we obviously know are broke, all of a sudden got into Abuja and they are now selling properties? They now own properties that they want to sell. Basically, this is simply a fraud. And if it is not, it is more of a percentage thing. Like I explained at the beginning, you have something, I will come out and pretend like we have it. Then I will tell you, yes, we have it. Which one of it do you want? I'm not saying that you have to own properties all over the world, like personally, like you bought it, you paid for it, and you are selling. That's a different thing. You will probably be owner to be that kind of person, landowner, house owner, and all of that. Yes, I understand that he is trying to be a realtor. Like, what, there are properties that we have on our portfolio. That's the proper, that's the proper way to express yourself, mister. Try and go learn how things are done. Tell us that you have properties in your portfolio and you have them to sell. So people will understand that you have now become, agent. Let us know. Make it clear that you are making connections and contact, and that you believe that selling of properties is the next thing that will give you the big one. This Sarah Martins is very, very, very violent. She said, how can homeless couples sell what they don't have? You have houses all over the world and you are willing to sell. Like, seriously? Well, I believe this is simply a blind competition, a lame competition. That's what it is, a competition between the Judy Austin, YUL EDOCHIE kind of, their thing. They are simply competing against May. They are seeing performance, they are seeing grace, they are seeing success, they are seeing all of that. And they felt that the next thing that they could do is to come out with this idea that they are into properties and they have it all over the world. It's such a ridiculous project. Best thing for you to do is to re-edit what you posted, rewrite it, let us know who you are. This is seemingly very local, because such names can only sell those plot of land acres in the village. That is what those things, or in some local ghetto area, that is what, who wake up and begin to contact Isimili, what? Do you want your money to evaporate? Like and share this video, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next update.